Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show live Facebook and Trade with TradeVSA, our so-called first live show for year 2024. It is episode 6. Episode 87 after we have done a fair bit of this, and so especially for our members, we appreciate your support. And for those of you who are new to our live Facebook, do check us out in our Facebook as well, in our website in here for more information that will help you, especially right now we are having the likelihood of a Chinese New Year 2024 rally, which we've been waiting for some time, anticipating in the month of December. It didn't come, but finally it came as we see the other regional market continue to fall. Let's get on to what we have for you this morning in our VSA 360 breakfast show. All right, so for a start, we have seen this market, really moving into a one-year high right now, broke through the 1470. So we're going to be looking at what's likely to happen for the next step, which is we are talking about is the stage 2 shares. The stage 2 markup is the likelihood of where the market is likely to mark higher, and we're going to be looking at a couple of Pentagon Guide share, as well as, since this is a VSA 360, the focus will be on the advanced screener, which is our NS, highly successful enough with a very low risk and high reward system in here. And of course, for those of you who are new, you want to check out our Pentagon Guide, which has the VSA 360 insider buying that can help you, give you the confidence that's needed, especially in this rally that we are seeing for. And especially those of you who are new in experience, let VSA 360, our dashboard, do the hard work so you'll benefit, and also find out more information. You can contact the number to become a premium subscriber on in here. Of course, our VSA 360 has all the features for all our KLSE trader investor, and not to forget the TradingView plugin is also suitable for the US market, which is right now giving a kind of correction, but then again it is a good opportunity. So explore our virtual trading room. This is the, check this thing out here, the URL in here, and don't forget our Monday Facebook will be focusing on the Smart Roby, and our VSA 360 come with the insider buying and selling, which we will be looking at. So for this morning, the 5th of January, and a couple of things we need to look at is the sectors. So let's get on to the VSA 360. You can see from here, so definitely the market continued to break up, and if you notice one of this, later on we're going to be looking at the stocks. You can see the market started to break up here, and the foreign funds, the big push up that we saw yesterday was this 359 million here. And of course, as I said before, we need the continuous flow of the net inflow of the foreign funds. And if you have watched me on Wednesday on our live Facebook, I did talk about what to expect on the part 2, that it is might likely that our market is getting the funds that used to flow to Japan and Korea, and they're taking profit and are moving over this part because it is still undervalued our emerging markets, and that's why it is benefiting in here. The utilities is getting a big move of the drum, as the local analysts are drumming the beats for what? For the solar panels, and that's what utilities are moving up. Then construction, of course, this is again analyst is drumming up many of this big move due to the construction project like the MRT3, ECRL, and a few assorted things. Then we have the property sector, which benefit from the so-called construction nearby the property. They benefited in here. Telemedia has dropped back, and you can see technology has really made a U-turn because we saw the 2 downgrades that we see in the US market, which is for the Apple. And remember, Apple is one of the big barometers, which is representing 8% of the market cap that we see in US. So big drop in Apple will cause the technology sector to move down, and that's why we see this flip down to the downside in here. Healthcare has also softened up a bit after the big move that we saw on, I think, Tuesday with the Hata and Lega. I think profit taking is coming up right now in here. So at least by watching this, we will be checking out the technology sectors. But let's first look at the so-called watch sheet that I have, and for members you can set this up on your watch list. Not that difficult. Set it up in here, so any alert will pops up in here and also email to you. Now on our alert center, which we generally focus on the more popular, more liquid shares. You can say Yin Sun, which is one of the shares I talk about when I say picked up by the one of the famous Malaysia fund manager like Yin Sun. So turn green Pentagon, Dufu is red, DNO is red. Gatronics turn green Pentagon. That's going to be interesting to see. Gatronics, which many of the other sectors actually turned upwards. And surprisingly, why it's green Pentagon? Because we have a lot of buying. You can see from here. Let me just move up. That's why you need the VSA 360 in here. SI, 2 million. Ui Ting Kai. Probably that's going to be another one. Will be Ui Ting Kai. So this maybe so-called owner or family members. I haven't checked that out yet. As you can see, EPF is the big player, but it seems to be buying a fair bit. $2. That's a $4 million share. And Ng Keng Chong, that's Ng Keng Chong, probably the family. Then you got EPF, General Produce. This is an insurance, probably Ng Keng Chong. But somehow this is interesting to see. Maybe we are going to get a bid. So that's how you want to able to get those stocks. Check it out. Make sure the insider are buying, and also look at the trading plan that we have from here, which will tell you the ideal approach would be the best one in here, 164. Okay, so that's how we want to be able to look at in the market that we have. Malakoff, so you can see utilities early on. I always want to check out the main sector first, and then Petron, Maybank, of course, which is the barometer, which we saw the big move, the 359 million net inflow to the Malaysian market in here. And of course, this net inflow will probably spill over to the large cap stock, Tenaga, Maybank, and some of these that we see here. Axiata will always benefit here. Okay, so this MFCB, which is also a good one, because we will be talking this for the insider buying later on, just down here. So make sure you stay on. And we do appreciate for our listener right now, do give us a thumbs up if you find this segment enjoyable and educational enough to give you insider buy to what's happening in the market right now. All right, so this is the what we have. So we're going to be looking at the sectors too. Definitely one of them will be the let's go back to the dashboard, and I want to check it out. So we've seen the foreign funds flow here. Okay, then let's take a look at the screener. This morning market is up 5%, so which is good. As I said before, breaking through. Now we're going to click on here, the KLCI sector. So right now you can see technology has been up 23 days. The highest return in here is still KL Utilities. So you can see in here, big push. That's a nice one in here. And what are the other sectors? 24-day is construction. Okay, and also moving up. So I saw a lot of the constructions did move up, like Gamuda and so forth. Property is the next one in here. And telecom, you can see, even telecoms are moving up. All right, so that means the net inflow of the 350 plus million has flown in, and these are spilling over to our market. And early on Wednesday, I did talk about the FBNSC. So let me just share with you FBNSC. So if you have TradingView, this is something you want to look at. You can see the small cap stock still breaking up, and the FBM mid 70, okay, which is the mid cap stock, and also breaking higher. And this is very significant. The last 3-day breakup, and you can see the breakup in here also following from the but do take note, the market has overrun by itself. You can see it's been many days above the red zone. This is the market stages, and usually when they do that, expect pullback to come back in soon, very fast in here, right? It will continue to run up, but remember to take some profit if you are not in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching in here. And what else we have to go? And do take note, I do think that the so far for the month of last 3 months were positive. We're still minus 2.49 negative for the year, the KLCI in here. And you can see right now we are 1.55 year to date returns in. So this is the market that we are in right now, right? And let's push on to see where we were, right? And okay, I got a quote here. Okay, that'll be interesting to see. Okay, so some of the news that you have, I have TradeVSA, which OpenSys, those are my old two stocks. YTL Power seems to be in. US has turned red, Pentagon, okay? Hang Seng has turned green, so we are seeing what's happening on the US side. Eventually, this is going to spill over to Malaysia. Remember, I always said before, this is the abang, so we always have to pay attention to the dashboard on top here. This is red, we just turned green. Give it maybe 6 or 7 bars more for the KLCI. It's going to turn red eventually in here. So enjoy while you can. So you hear it first on VSA 360 for the breakfast show, and that's why we always want to see the abang, the big brother, doing it first. Even STI has turned green, Pentagon, and you can check it out in here. So here you just need to switch over the 3-month chart, and yeah, it just turned green, Pentagon, a fair bit. We have the uptrust started to sell off, you can see, right? Turn green, Pentagon was back in what date was this? 7th of December. Okay, 7th of December. You look at Dow Jones, again switch to a 3-month chart, right? You can see just turn red, Pentagon, after so many months. Only our KLCI is the current one that is sort of hanging on to where we are right now. All right, so interesting to see what's going to happen in the coming weeks or months. So we covered those watch lists in here, but that's going to give you an overview what the market is and what to look out for. Another 6 to 7 bars, maybe just in another 1.5 weeks, which will take us to our first CPI figures released in January. And of course, there's a big concern on the US FOMC meeting minutes that came out saying that higher rates for longer, and that's got everybody scared. But let's focus on the KLCI right now, and you can see the KLCI right now is in stage 2 markup, and stage 2 markup is a stage where we've been waiting for after the green Pentagon broke up. I'm going to show you that. And so normally in stage 2 you got to look for stage 3, right? Stage 3 is the distribution stage or pullback, so this is something you want to keep out in. So watch out for the pullback in here, and you can use our VSA 360 market stages to determine the bullishness and the bearishness, and also pick value for the next target. Now what we have seen right now in the KLCI, here you can see the breakout of this point. Let me just get the pen here, and as soon as you broke through here, that's the area we're looking for the more positive move, and that's going to be a strong move within the 2 to 3 months compared to the US market. And so this is really a lagger move. Why is this? I always say this again, because the lagger move, it's important. We saw that in December our KLCI market did not move at all. So eventually it did move, and that's where US market did pretty well. We have seen the chart on the VSA 360, it showed straight up, but our market hasn't moved that much yet. So right now our target is likely to going for 1500. That's where the resistance is, right? Hopefully the market goes straight up, pull back in between, and we're going to go up. The good thing is it will go up in a very slow spec, and that's why we call this the Chinese New Year 2024 rally. Chinese New Year 24 rally, and small cap stocks and the mid cap stocks will be your trading concern in here. All right, run the Pentagon Guider, use the VSA intraday alert to your advantage. Now the VSA market, the so-called leading indicator, you can see broke through 1, 2, 3. After 4th time when they break out, and they reserve all the cash. Market a brand new day. It's more like a foreign fund using it to mark. The inflow is the strongest, 358 million. Okay, one of the highest since November 2023 in here. But it's important, any pullback that we see, it must stay above the 1470. Okay, 170, because if it comes back to in here, then no more rally. But it all depends again on the US market. If the US market were to break down more, we are seeing significant 5% to 7% pullback from the high. If it does more than that, then you might see the KLCI basically come back down. But then again, could be possibility they may not want to move back to the US market. They stay in a local market because they do know our market, the KLCI, is pretty small. So when they come in, just like a elephant jump into a small swimming pool, what happens? The water flooded up, right? That's what's happening in here. So I think this kind of storytelling that I do will give you a good analogy to what's going to be happening in our market. Now, of course, for our advanced VSA 360, we want to look at the no supply screener for the 3rd of January in here. But before that, on the last episode that we did, that was on the 8th of December, we were looking at HSSB. So if you look at HSSB on the trading view, HSSB, and take note, members, okay, the time that you want to be buying is when it turned green pentagon. So you can see here NS came out, but at that time the market just hovered, then green pentagon came, so that's the right time. I know it took a long time, but it finally started to move up, favorable in here. Again, construction seems to be doing ahead, and that's why it's going up. So for this week, and let's take a look for this. So let me just switch on to a smaller chart here, make it up, because we're going to be turning a few more screen here. Okay, wait for the green pentagon. And again, for the 3rd of January, we still need to look and wait for the green pentagon. All right, so these are some of the stocks that run a lot. Mindtech has run about 10%, Pet Dark, but again, our focus is going to be on the small cap stocks. These two here. Avantland is the used MCT, and remember, we did know the KLC sector, construction property, started to pick up, so Avantland may be a lagger. But what we can do is look at these stocks, okay, push it to the side here, and that's where we want to be looking. Let's take a look at Hata. So Hata has a NS push up, green pentagon, so we might see a market continue to move higher from here onwards, okay, because a recent article came out on the Star, noted that, hey, you know, all the woes is pretty finely behind the rubber glove maker, and as such that we are looking into higher high as the rubber glove store move on, because a lot of the old stock has been depleted, okay. And you can see Mindtech, the stocks has moved up a fair bit from the green pentagon that was in 10th of November, holding it on, I think, but this one really unrealistic. 4 cent all, you can die one if you buy this kind of stocks, okay? So you see this kind of stocks and above 20 cents, I will give it a miss. All right, Pet Duck. So if you like what you see in here and you want to check out some of the offerings of the product, go over to our VSA 360 trading demo room. Later on I have some information, and of course our members just do what I'm doing on this Friday daily basis, and it will get you into a very good. But so you can see you have NS in here, but this is relatively fundamental stock at $17, so you gotta expect it to go higher. So let's look at ILB. These are more for trading stocks, which is a logistic. You have NS goes higher, got a bit of resistance pullback. Actually, this is not a bad area to be buying at 74 cents in here, right? You will buying at the very low, stop loss just around here. That's actually a good trade in here, okay? Avantland used to be the old MCT. Okay, same thing also NS. Okay, NS, and got Uptrust. If you take out this Uptrust, that's going to be good. And we have Superloin. Okay, and Superloin got 2 NS, but a bit high here. You got a bit of resistance in here, and it has moved up significant level. You look at Superloin, from where we was right at the bottom here, turned green pentagon at 63 cents. That was in September. A lot of up movement. I think this one, Superloin, we can check out the fundamental ratings, Super LN here. So you can see from here, which is 2.4%. Okay, let's take a look here. PE of 18 times, but the ROE is only 4%, so it's not really a strong positive. Well, that's what I was saying. More fundamental. It's not really a fundamental stocks that we have in here. All right. So that's for the NS. So we have a couple of NS candidates. You can check it out for our members if you do log them in. Okay, so that's for the this episode for the 5th of January, looking into the 3rd of January screener. Of course, every day you will get new screener. You just don't have to wait until Friday, especially for our members. Check it out every day. If you want to have a low risk, good reward kind of return, check out our NS no supply screener. But more importantly, make sure you only buy when it's green pentagon. Now, looking into our insider buy and sell. So for this week, we want to look at the insider buy and sell. Definitely will be Ban West. You can see turn green pentagon, so interesting. So next week we're going to come back and check it out. Ban West, right? And so next one is MFCB, which actually a very favorite among the institution. This is a more fundamental stock. Okay, if you can check it out, let's take a look at the MFCB here. What kind of dividend do they pay? 380. Nicely done here. You can see, wow, lots of Camp Property, Rubber Thread, I think family member, Rubber Thread Mega First. So a lot of institutional as well as own people support. Good rating, 4 out of 8, a P of 10 times 11. This is one of those so-called utilities. I think it's the utilities. You can see investment holding. They are more into, how do I say, the projects in Cambodia. Where the hydro dam, that's one of the big ones here. Let's check out and move over to the bottom and check for the news. If you had it in 10,000 ringgit since 2006, you'll be up to 35,000, which is not too bad. Okay, you can see also MFCB compared to Tenaga, okay, and compared to the overall. This is the sector. Okay, the sector scope. The bigger the better lah, huh? That's what I'm trying to say. You can see Tenaga comparing in here. Tenaga is a much better dividend in terms of ROE, but ROE, MFCB is better. Okay, so this one is actually good if you want to compare trade stocks. Okay, so so some of the news: renewable energy maiden call in the sector. So that's where they are. Megastar. Okay, there's not much new on MFCB. Okay. Alright, so this is where we are right now for this market. Next one is Silver Ridge. You can see also Silver Ridge, lots of buying. So that's explained why this thing got. But do take note, Silver Ridge has been going up in a nice uptrend for some time already. You can check it out here. Let me just bring you up into the trading view. You can see how I use it, SRDDH. But interesting to note that this stock has been trending up from 75 cents almost to $1 and you can see every now and then there is smart money support. As I said before, on the top here, if you want to ride this, ride it, but it's been going up and you're probably going to get one of those slam down effect, which I've seen a lot. This stock has gone up from last year almost 800%. Okay, that's a lot of thing in here. All right, that's what some people really see. When it started off, market just continue to go up. Silver Ridge. Okay, what do? Check it out on the VSA360 here. Silver Ridge. And they are doing general trading, architecture, network, software, and they're actually loss making, you know. So sometimes when you figure out, hey, loss making, so unless could be a target of another white knight, you know, and so on and so forth. So we really don't know. But having said that, you can see a foreign buying 51. Dato is buying another Dato, same Dato lah. Dato or this guy. Let's click on this one here. You can see he's probably is one of the directors. All right, you can see here Dato Ku Yik Chow. Okay, executive director. Financial, so really insider buying. So with that is important information you must have if you're going to be looking into slightly having an edge on the kind of stocks that you're buying. Now, of course, one of our premium program for our members is our premium VSA 360 in our series 2 in here, which we started 7th of September to April, which will conclude in end because we want to see how well this student perform, and then we'll start on CV3 from the April onwards going. So you can see right now we got Veronica being the top. We started this on 7th of September. We got Lin Mei Fen, which is our past winner from our CV1. I'm here. Okay, I'm not that hardworking compared to many of my students who trade regularly in here. So you can see some of our members are doing well in here. Julia finally coming in 1,002. This we started in September, and don't forget September, October, November, and December were very, very bad months, and yet we are able still to trade on based on the VSA turbo trading method, which I take the students in through our weekly stock trade idea, which I'll share with you also in here. So far we are still positive on 2. Some of the trade we took in profit were I think Marsing, we took profit today on that one. We got a couple of trades coming in here, and these are red tone. We got the VDAT, we got HSSB, and this one I can't see it up here, but depending, and usually carry on for a shorter time period in here. Okay, Ku is asking for Tenko. Yep, we're going to look at Tenko definitely for sure, right? And the CV1 orientation has been very good results. You can see here Sukumaran, a 16% return with a 67 win rate, 15% gain just for 6 months, 6 months, and then we have a 52% gain. And if you want to know more, check out our VSA virtual trade and fill up the so-called need assessment, right, where we're able to help you to be a better trader, like many of our members do want to go through that in here, right? Many of our review giving it good from our members in here, and we also love to hear your feedback. And let's now take a look at the stock. Okay, Tenko has been up and up. Okay, let's take a look at Tenko. Yeah, these are all the golden stock. Okay, yeah. Okay, Tenko has been up. You can see Tenko has been up 80% in here. I think now just turn green Pentagon is pretty good support in here. I think it's okay to actually go on in again. As I said before, the Chinese New Year 2024 rally is here cool. So this kind of stocks should move up nicely in here, right? But they will be washed, like this kind of wash, right? Just be very careful. During good times, they will wash, but if the market were to turn for the worst, that's where many people get caught. Just keep in mind in here. Okay, any more stocks, let me know. Else, we're going to end this session. Thank you for all our members' support, as well as don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and also our short video tutorial that we have also on the YouTube and the short video. And don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram for all the educational information that we have, which you will find it very beneficial and put you at the right spot, meaning getting away from the overly bought market into the oversold market. I think that's how we want to do it through VSA. Thank you again. And don't forget, we'll be sending out our weekly podcast to all our premium members. Check that one on your WhatsApp later. Bye-bye.